Coming to you from the car, it's Womanless Nerd Out time! What's up, baby? How you guys doing today? Happy Womanless Nerd Out time. We're here, we made it, and we're talking about butter today. So, what about butter? Is it really as crappy for us as they say? Well, what do they really say? Well, actually, butter is a decent source of a few vitamins. We're talking vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin C, vitamin K, B12, and calcium. We talk about vitamin A. It actually is 11% of your daily value in that 1 tablespoon serving. Now, the gist, before we get into anything, is that you don't want too much butter, but in moderation, actually can help to boost metabolism, boost immunity, and reduce inflammation, things like that. So a little bit is good. Envy Dillon, how you doing? Thank you for hopping on. I hope you get something out of this. So aside from these vitamins, what else does butter have? Well, it has something called conjugated linoleic acid, and it's an excellent source of conjugated linoleic acid at that, which has anti-carcinogenic properties, boosts immunity, has anti-inflammatory properties, and boosts metabolism, believe it or not. So we think of butter with getting fatter. Well, obviously, if you have too much, too much saturated fat is no bueno, but there really is not a correlation between saturated fat intake and cardiovascular disease. That is a myth. So there are a lot of other players involved. We've talked about how having too much sugar actually will do you a lot worse in terms of, increasing your risk for cardiovascular disease, and we talk about trans fats being so bad, but saturated fat isn't the real killer. And why is sugar bad? Well, it promotes lipogenesis in the liver, makes your body produce fat, right? So that's kind of whatever you eat, you're going to produce the opposite, right? So at least energy source wise. But without getting too off topic, because we're very passionate about this, I love this stuff, it also we should say saturated fat should be considered in no more than 10% of your daily calories. So that kind of puts you around 1 to 2 tablespoons of butter, around 2 or 3 at the most tablespoons of butter in a day. If you have a 2,000 calorie per day typical type diet intake that you go for. Margie, what's up, babe? How you doing? I'll see you here in a second. But that's pretty much what we got for you. I mean, the point is, butter, it's really not all that bad. It also has butyrate in it, by the way, butyric acid, we didn't say. Also boosts metabolism. It reduces intestinal wall inflammation, can actually improve insulin sensitivity. And so, it's not something that we think of when we think about butter. You don't think of benefit, but this is, again, showing the principle that in moderation, a lot of these things can be great for us. We just don't overdo it. So have a little bit of butter in the morning, put it on your whole grain or Ezekiel bread, and don't feel so bad about it, all right? And you guys have a great, great rest of your night. Thank you, Margie, you're the sweetest. And we'll see you tomorrow. Happy Wellness. About to go hang out with my friends. Yeah! We'll see you then. Ciao.